Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to the next lecture of Basic Electrical Engineering. So, today we are going to cover the circuit diagram of DC machine, and using the circuit diagram, we will develop the torque speed characteristic of separately excited DC motor, and then we will talk about the speed control of DC motor. So, let's get started. So, in the last lecture of DC motor, we have we have visualized the construction of DC motor and also understood the working principle of DC motor. So now, after doing the same, we are capable enough to draw the equivalent circuit diagram of the DC motor. This will be same as you have done in the transformer. So, but this will be much easier than transformer because in the transformer you found there were reactances, primary winding reactance, secondary winding reactance, the magnetizing reactance part. So, but here you will not find any reactances in the circuit because here in DC circuits the reactance is zero because X you can write as 2 pi FL. So X is consisting of uh, X depends upon frequency, and as the frequency of a DC supply is zero, so X will also be zero. So let us make the circuit diagram from the construction of DC motor. We have seen that the brushes are connected from one end to the external supply, and from the other end it is connected to the commutator, the rotating commutator, and ultimately the brushes are connected to the coils on the rotor, that is armature winding. So let us draw the system in the form of circuit diagram. So this is a brush with the armature. So let us take out the winding resistance as we have done in the transformer. So RA is the resistance of the winding, and across the winding EMF is induced. We have learned it as to be the back EMF. This is the EMF across the armature winding. Then we can just connect uh, the terminal coming out of the brushes to the voltage source. So from here the current will flow from the electrical source, power source, to the machine, and machine will convert that electrical power to mechanical power. So this is for a motor. So we can just analyze this circuit by applying the KVL in this circuit. So easy enough. So for motor case, it can be written as V is equal to IARA, the resistance, the voltage drop across the resistance, plus EB. Now, for a generator case, talking about generator, then we must uh, remember that in generator the power flow is from the mechanical, that is armature, to the electrical load, which is connected in the place of this voltage source. So what we can write in that case, the current direction will be reversed in that case, and EB will be the EMF generated by the armature. So the power is uh, the mechanical power excites the rotor, it rotates the rotor, and the power is converted in electrical form by the EMF induced in the armature winding, and which is brought up externally to connect the load. So in that case, the current will be reversed. So will be equal to IARA plus, we can say, VT. VT is the terminal voltage across these 2 points. So EB plus IARA will give you, EB is equal to IARA plus VT. this is the general equation which we are going to use in understanding the analytical performance of the machine. So let us use, we will study this motor part in a bit detail. We will draw the torque speed curve of the motor, which is very much needed for a user to know before buying the machine. Because what user wants, user should know that whatever amount of load we are applying on the motor, then what should be the speed of the motor, how much the speed should drop when we are connecting at full load from no load. So let us do that, and let's so to draw the torque speed characteristic, we will have to write the equation which we have developed. That is V is equal to EB plus IA RA. Okay, so just use the formula which we have derived, that P is equal to KT IF IA. This we have derived in yesterday's class. So we can take this term as to be a new constant KIA, because IF we are maintaining constant. We are not talking about the field circuit, the field winding. So there we will consider it to be constant. Then we can write for EB as well. So EB is equal to KB IF omega, and this also we can term as to be K omega. Why? Because KB is equal to KT when we take the rotor speed in terms of radian per second. So the both the constant can be same. Now just replace this IA and EB. EB will be in terms of omega and IA will be in terms of torque. So from here we can write IA is equal to T by K and omega will be equal to, or EB in terms of E, we will replace this. EB we can write directly K omega. So we will get equation V is equal to K omega plus E RA by K. So what will be here omega? Omega we can write as to be V minus T I K square, and this will also be divided by K. So this is equation. This equation you can just write it as to be omega naught minus uh, m t, where m is the slope of a line and omega naught is a constant. So at t is equal to 0, we can say that omega will be equal to omega naught. So if this is the axis of omega, then it can be written as omega. Okay. And if plotted versus t, then what we can do, uh, this will be a straight line with m as the slope. So here tan theta will be m. The slope of the line is m, which is t by Ra by K square. So we can see as we go on increasing the torque, the omega is decreasing, and at rated torque, let us say TL, the omega will be having a rated speed, the minimum speed of the DC motor. So this is the torque speed characteristic of a separately excited DC motor. We are providing the excitation. We are not talking about excitation. Excitation has been provided by external source, the field winding. The excitation to the field winding is provided by the external source. We are not talking beyond that. Beyond that, there are some machine which whose field winding is connected to the same voltage source, but that is a section that should be covered by electrical machine, especially for electrical students in their second semester. So after this, one very important part we can do more, that is the speed control of DC motor. So we can talk about speed control of DC motor. Exactly, again, we can talk about this. We have talked this before while doing our induction motor. Every drive, every motor need to be speed need to be controlled, because the requirement of user is very much different. Some want their machine to run at 1500 rpm, some want them to run at 1000 rpm, some want to run at 500 rpm. So how to run the motor at variable speed? We have seen that the speed of a motor decreases by a very small percentage when we are fully loading the machine. So how to do that? So here as well, if you write omega, omega was coming out to be V upon K, and I'll write IARA only, IARA upon K. Just see, so this is coming out to be V minus IARA, and let us expand this K. So K, KB is the constant, voltage constant into IF. Just see what parameters we can vary to vary this speed. Just see, V we cannot vary, because the voltage which is coming from the grid, we cannot vary that. So, and KB is a constant, we cannot vary that. RA is another constant, we cannot vary that. Then what is the variable here? The first variable which you can directly see is IF. How? Just vary the vary the current in the field winding. Just slightly change uh, the current in the field winding. It is very easy. You can just connect a rheostat or a variable resistance in series with the winding like this. If there is a field winding, just connect a resistance in series with that, and it will be variable. So what you can do, you can vary the field current. So just by varying the field current, you can control the speed of the DC machine. So that is called field control method. Field control method. And mind you, you can only decrease this current by adding a external resistance. You cannot increase the current. So IF only can decrease, and if IF can only decrease, then it can only run the machine at above its rated speed. So field control method is used to run DC motor at above its rated speed. Okay, the maximum speed or the maximum speed at full load condition is called the rated speed. So we can increase the running speed. Okay, so if we want to decrease the running speed, then what we need to do? The IF control will not help. The field control method will not help. So that method is called armature voltage control. Armature voltage control method. We can just learn this. Let us do one more slide. So in armature voltage control method, what you do, uh, if you remember the circuit which we have drawn, in that we are having our armature. So here, if your V voltage is connected, RA resistance is there, IA current is flowing, EB is the voltage across the armature. So this EB we need to change. So how we can change this EB? So what we can do, we can add an extra resistance. What is EB? EB is V minus IA RA. So let us add one extra resistance in series. So what will happen? The drop across this will increase, across the resistance will increase. V is constant. So what will happen? EB will vary. And as you know, EB is what? K into omega. So by increasing your resistance, what you are doing, you are decreasing EB. So EB if decreases, then what will happen to omega? K is a constant. What will happen to omega? So it will also decrease. So we are controlling the voltage across the armature EB to control the speed of the DC motor below its rated speed. So by this method, what we can do, we can decrease the speed of DC motor. Okay. So if I ask you that a motor rated speed is 1500 RPM, and I want to run it at 1100 RPM, which method we will use? Field control method or armature voltage control method? Easy question. So the answer will be armature voltage control method. And if we want to increase the speed, I say that I want to run it at 2000 RPM. then surely the field control method will help you. So this is the last topic of DC machine. Hope you must have enjoyed the lecture. Do join me tomorrow as well, because tomorrow we are going to do the numerical practice on this DC machine. That is very much needed after doing this theory section. After completing this theory section, we should practice numericals. So thank you for now. I hope you will join me tomorrow, and please like and subscribe our Techie Faculty channel videos, so that other students may also get benefit. Thank you for